After William managed to obtain the Pope's blessing for his claim to the throne of England, he called on his Breton, Frankish, and Flemish vassals and allies to provide their support for the conquest. William and his fleet crossed the Channel unhindered during the night of the 28th of September, 1066, and landed at dawn on the beach of Pevensey, on the south coast of England. William and his companions prepared for the confrontation and built a wooden stronghold at Hastings to protect the Normans' position. After that, he launched to plunder the regions. After defeating Hardrada at Stamford Bridge, Harold Godwinson had to march south with all speed in order to confront the Norman invaders. Harold's troops, approaching under the cover of woodland, took up their positions on the top of a hill. The high position allowed them to harass any soldiers attempting to climb the hill by throwing a variety of missiles at them before pushing them back in hand-to-hand combat. Harold's army didn't change much since Stamford Bridge. He relied solely on an infantry comprised of professional units. On the morning of the 14th of October, 1066, William divided his forces into three groups: the Bretons on the left flank, the Normans in the centre, and the Franks and Flemish on the right. Archers, foot soldiers and cavalry were organised under the Duke's leadership. He placed foot soldiers armed with arrows and crossbows in the lead, foot soldiers in second position too, but safer and equipped with hauberks. In the rear the squadrons of cavalry, and he took his place in the midst of them with the elite. From there he was able to direct from all sides, using both voice and gestures. Before the battle, Harold made a speech to his troops.
For this, the men that we fight today have sworn fealty to a godless murderer! Make no mistake, his aim will be to take our England next!
The battle was started by Norman archers, who attempted to weaken the tightly packed Saxon lines by shooting uphill at an unfavourable angle. With little effect, arrows either bounced off the shield wall or landed far behind the English position. Then William sent the infantry units to engage in melee fighting, hoping to break Harold's shield wall. Facing difficulty in dislodging Harold's troops from their elevated position, the Normans incurred significant casualties. In response, William dispatched cavalry in an attempt to break through Harold's formidable defense. Undeterred by the challenges they faced on the hilltop, Harold's soldiers held their ground tenaciously. The Norman cavalry, led by William, thundered forward in a determined charge, seeking to exploit any weaknesses in the English defence. The clash between the Norman cavalry and the steadfast Saxon forces was fierce. Swords clashed, arrows flew, and the battlefield resounded with the din of war. Despite the relentless assault, Harold's troops maintained their defensive formation, skillfully repelling the cavalry onslaught. As the Normans struggled to dislodge Harold's soldiers from their hilltop position, they suffered severe losses, making the battle start to turn in the Anglo-Saxons' favour. A rumour then spread that Duke William himself had perished in the fighting. Some of the Norman troops retreated towards the sea, pursued by the English, who at last left their positions at the top of the slope. As he watched their flight, William, very much alive, rushed before his companions and removed his helmet so that everybody would recognize him. After being so close to defeat, the Norman horsemen returned to the front and seized the edge in the battle. William stopped the retreat and attacked drawn-off English units. Anglo-Saxons were soon surrounded and crushed by Norman cavalry. The remaining troops fought bravely for the rest of the day, struggling to withstand William's now dominant forces at the cost of very heavy losses. In the evening, Harold himself, marching with the first row of his horsemen, was covered in mortal wounds and perished. Harold's brothers Gerith and Leo Fluent were slain shortly after. The Anglo-Saxon troops finally succumbed to the Normans, repeated attacks, and fled through the woods. At the end of an entire day of fierce battle, William of Normandy's men were the victors. Harold Godwinson was dead, his troops routed, and the road to London was wide open. On the 25th of December, 1066, William was crowned King of England in Westminster Abbey. His achievement earned him the title the Conqueror. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more content on the epic battles that shaped our world.